If you want to save 5% off on your next LEGO purchase, be sure to use code LIFEBRICK, that's capital L-I-F-E BRICK, at republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. It'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old LEGO minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products, so be sure to use code LIFEBRICK on your next order for 5% off. Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, I will be going over 8 LEGO Star Wars canceled sets. These are ones that have not been covered all that much. There's a couple of these that some of you guys may have never even heard about, and then there's a few of these that have been in rumor list recently and have just been canceled for various reasons. So yeah, guys, I have 8 of them right here. This is pretty much the only 8 that are confirmed to have been canceled. Again, there are other images out there and rumors out there of other stuff that LEGO has tried to make but never did, but these are the only 8 confirmed ones right here. So let's knock into some of the ones that you guys may have already known about, and that's starting off with the Yavin 4 little playset. This was revealed in the Visual Dictionary from 2010, I think, and this pretty much just said that it was a prototype from the builder, and just that it never got finished, and at that point we probably won't ever see one. At least not in the next couple of years, but definitely there was supposed to be one around the 2008-2009 era, but that eventually got scrapped and canceled. No one really knows the reason for it, but again, unlike all of these, I mean, there's really no reason that is publicly known, aside for I think one of these. But yeah, guys, the Yavin 4 is Yavin 4 base or hangar was the first canceled set that is pretty much confirmed. And then moving on, also in that Visual Dictionary, there was the LEGO SPHA tank, which is from Attack of the Clones. This was supposed to come out way back in when Episode 2 came out, and pretty much this just got canceled. Probably for the fact that it might have not sold well. It was one of those vehicles that's just kind of forgotten, like in Star Wars, and just not really that recognizable. And in the Visual Dictionary, I mean, it looked like it would have been maybe a $40-50 set, so maybe they just didn't really want to risk, having all that inventory out for such an expensive set that may have not even sold well to begin with. So there's definitely the first 2 right there. Then the last one that has pretty much been floating around out there for years now is the Geonosis Arena. They did bring this to Star Wars Days in 2005, and they had pretty much the entire set built there. Probably not finished 100%, but they did have some of the Geonosian, the beast that they were riding, like the Acklay, and then the I'm not sure what the other one is, but there's going to be a picture up on the screen. This was supposed to be released in 2002 with Attack of the Clones, but for multiple reasons did not get finished. Probably would have been one of those kind of niche sets that maybe just, again, would have just sat on shelves for a while and not have met up to their expectations. And LEGO Star Wars is still getting to be pretty new then. I mean, it was only 3-4 years into it, so I don't really think they had a lot of time and money to really kind of mess around with stuff involving LEGO Star Wars. So those are the 3 that have pretty much been floating around for a little while here, guys. And then I will move on to the 2 that are pretty recent. These were supposed to come out, I believe, late 2018 or maybe beginning of 2018, and pretty much just 2 buildable figures. I'll start off with the first one. There was leaked images of these box arts, not finished, but preliminary pictures, and the first one being the Super Battle Droid buildable figure. This would have been probably, I think they were both, I think this one was rumored to be a $25 one, so just a basic size, kind of like the the clones and all the human buildable figures that we got. Maybe the size of Darth Vader. I presume a little bit taller than humans, or since that's what Super Battle Droids are. But this was heavily rumored and then eventually pretty much confirmed, with the image. And then it just got canceled just because, buildable figures as a whole for Star Wars, got canceled. So they never ended up releasing it. I think it would have been pretty cool, though. I think it would have been on par with maybe General Grievous. I think they are able to do those droids well, since, they are technically robots and from buildable parts, even in universe. So I think the Super Battle Droid would have been a pretty good one, but that did eventually get canceled. And then moving on, we do have another buildable figure. This would have been really, really cool, and I think it would have sold very well if they would have just stuck with it and released it. That's the thing, they released the Han Solo ones and Darth Maul buildable figure still, and the Boba Fett, but they just didn't release these. I don't know if these were just maybe a little bit farther down on the drawing board. And just they already decided they were going to cancel the buildable figure line, and they just gave up on these. But the next one is the 501st ATRT. which again, a leaked image of it, preliminary picture, it would have been an ATRT with the clone trooper on top. The clone trooper would have probably been the same size as Commander Cody, and basically the same, design aside for just a regular 501st clone. And then on an ATRT, it would have been pretty cool to see how big they would have made that and how, detailed it would have been. I would have guessed it would probably be a $50-$55 set, kind of like the Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike, but who knows? It's one of those sets that, again, I think would have honestly sold well for a buildable figure. And, I know I would have gotten it. I know a lot of fans would be happy with it. Just to have as a display piece, since there are a couple of these, figures that are really cool, like General Grievous, Darth Vader, K2SO is even not bad. The Speeder Bike Scout Trooper, that's a very nice looking set. But yeah, so there's two of them that are pretty recent that got canceled. I mean, again, a lot of these that are on this list are older ones from like 2010 and before, but those are two recent ones that just got canceled, and I almost kind of wish they didn't, especially with how far they were into, already making box arts and stuff with it, and they probably already had, prototypes built. But there's those two guys. Then moving on to the final three, we do have a 1999 bucket, it's called. It's supposed to be 1886, the set number, Star Wars bucket, and pretty much these are all on Brickset right here. This was supposed to be a Lego Star Wars bucket is an unreleased Star Wars set, which would have been released in 1999. It contains pieces to build several pod racers and was clearly focused on Episode 1. So it's kind of like, I thought we already got a bucket set like that back in the day, but maybe we didn't. I don't think it was just for pod racers, but I think it would have been kind of cool for earlier on. I mean, the pod racer, is definitely a big theme going on in Episode 1. I think it would have been pretty cool, but I can maybe see why they didn't want to mess with it, since it would have been in a bucket and not a box. But I know they did buckets like that back, early 2000s. And then moving on to the other two that are on Brickset, we do have the 8029, the Mini Snow Speeder. And this is pretty much one that I've always kind of thought it was a real poly bag, but just little to my knowledge that this was not actually ever released, with in the poly bag. The instructions are on Lego.com. You can build these. People have built these before, but the actual set itself was never released on shelves. This was supposed to come out in 2008. It was only available as downloadable instructions from Lego.com. And yeah, I mean, I've seen this image before, and I really, until I started making this list, never knew it was, canceled from being actually on shelves and ever made into production. But yeah, I mean, I think it would look pretty cool for a $4 poly bag. Hey, I mean, or even I think maybe $3 back in the day, even for a mini build like that. I don't know. But then moving on to the last one, which is probably the coolest one out of all these for me, would have to be the 6968, the Mini Wookiee Attack. It was in the thumbnail, and I'll throw a picture on the screen. This was supposed to be released in 2005 alongside Revenge of the Sith. But again, this was one that was unreleased, and it was featured on Lego.com as buildable instructions. It would have been 48 pieces, and yeah, I think it's a pretty cool model, honestly. I wouldn't even mind maybe going and building both of these unreleased little mini builds and maybe making a video out of them eventually, since I don't really mind either of these. And pretty much all 8 of these sets, I think I would have maybe got most of them. I think maybe just that Star Wars bucket and then maybe the Yavin hanger would have been 2 that probably I would have stayed away from. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much all the Star Wars canceled sets over the last 20 years. There's not as many as you would maybe think. And even moving, earlier, I mean, of course, there's probably a lot of them that they had in the prototype design. They tried to build one, maybe 10 times, and after the 10th time, they just couldn't figure out how to do it, so they just gave up. But these are pretty much all the ones that have been rumored and announced and then just canceled for, the ones that pretty much got the farthest in the, in the steps in Lego to become an actual set, and then they just got canceled on us. So yeah, definitely leave a comment down below which one out of all 8 of these would have been your favorite one for them to actually make and put on shelves that you would have bought. And closing off this video, I do want to let you guys know to go enter my giveaway. I'm going to throw up the thumbnail right here. It is a couple of videos ago. Definitely go check that out if you want to win some cool $20 to $30 Lego sets. It's free money, free Lego. So definitely go check it out. And then also I want to make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. And again, leave a comment down below which set that you would have liked the most. And be sure to stay tuned for more, guys. I have a lot more cool videos on the way. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys all for watching again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. See you guys later. Bye. As I'm filming this, I did forget to mention one set that Brickset doesn't list if you guys are checking out that page. and see that I didn't name it. It's pretty much even called an unnamed set, and it's just set number 74143. Zero information on it, but I figured I'd add it to the end of this video right here just so you guys don't question it. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for us. See you guys later.